Ferrari are this year's leaders of the pack and finally have the cherished #1 on the car. They've worked hard on development over the winter, and world champion Michael Schumacher has been vocal about how good the car feels. Rubens Barrichello joins him for another season and is keen to add to his first race win in Germany last year.
McLaren are on the offensive for the first time since '98 after losing both titles to Ferrari last year. Melbourne marks the team's 100th race with Mercedes power, whilst Hakkinen lines up for his 6th consecutive season as teammate to David Coulthard, the longest-running driver pairing in Formula One.
Williams were best of the rest last year and will be disappointed if they don't pick up a win this year. Ralf Schumacher stays for another season and is joined by Indy 500 winner Juan Pablo Montoya. There is tension between the two drivers, but they both say they'll do their talking on the track.
Benetton line up 4th for one final hurrah before the outfit becomes Renault in 2002. Giancarlo Fisichella starts the season in a positive frame of mind, but reliability could prove an issue in the early part of the year. Williams refugee Jenson Button should give Fisichella a run for his money.
British American Racing start the season in 5th place under one of 2 Honda engine teams. Frenchman Olivier Panis, who last raced for Prost in 1999, is back in Formula One after a year testing for McLaren. He will be pushing his teammate Jacques Villeneuve.
Jordan slipped right down to 6th last year, but are hoping the works Honda engine will power them back to winning ways. Heinz-Harald Frentzen has been putting in some impressive times over the winter, as has teammate Jarno Trulli. The battle between the two Honda-powered teams could prove one of the highlights of the year.
Experienced Dutchman Jos Verstappen starts his 2nd season with Arrows, who have yet to score their first Grand Prix victory. He's joined by former test driver Enrique Bernoldi. The team will be using the old Peugeot engines, rebadged as Asiatech.
Sauber have taken a bold step this year with 2 of the youngest drivers in Formula One. Nick Heidfeld moves from Prost to become the experienced member of the team. Newcomer Kimi Räikkönen from Finland will be under very close scrutiny. He makes the giant leap from Formula Renault into Formula One with just 23 single-seater race starts under his belt.
Jaguar has slid down the grid to 9th place. Former test driver Luciano Berti is promoted to a race seat, replacing Johnny Herbert, who's now testing for Arrows. Former world champion Niki Lauda comes in as senior manager of the programme, while Eddie Irvine is once again the #1 driver.
Minardi have taken on 19-year-old Fernando Alonso, the 3rd youngest man ever to race in Formula One. He joins Tarso Marquez, who last drove for the team in '97. Australian millionaire Paul Stoddart stepped in just weeks ago to save the little Italian team.
Prost start at the tail end of the grid this year, but their customer Ferrari engines are a real asset. And over the pre-season testing period, Jean Alesi set a new track record at Barcelona. Alongside him is Gaston Mazzacane, who comes with 1 year's experience from Minardi.